Hi, everyone. Welcome to ENH222. I'm Jessica Boykin, and I want to go ahead and go over some of our syllabus for this semester. I think the easiest place to look for all of this information is in the slides, so I'm going to just kind of briefly go over these. You can look at my drop-in hours here. I'm going to be in my office Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 10 and Tuesday and Thursday from 11:30 to 1, but I'm also available on Zoom. Just make sure you send me a Canvas message so I can make sure and jump on Zoom. I'm also available outside these hours. Just let me know if there's a time that works better for you. So for our textbook this semester, we're not going to buy a textbook. We have an online textbook that is free. It's right here, British Literature 2, Romantic Era to the 20th Century and Beyond. I think it's a pretty good textbook. If you do want to get a hard copy of it, it is available on Amazon for purchase for about $85, and that link is right there. But I think having the free version is better. And if you are having trouble navigating it, like I did earlier this week, go ahead and download a PDF of it. It makes it a lot easier to navigate. We're going to have 4 different assignments for the semester. I'm going to go over these kind of briefly. If you want to check out our grade overview, this is how all the points are going to break down. You can see there's not like anything that's worth like a ton of points. It's kind of broken down throughout the semester. So hopefully that will help you focus more on the reading and less on stressing over, individual assignments. So one of the first assignments that we'll have is a bingo card for our romantic era. Each of the eras is going to have a bingo card that you'll fill out with different tropes from that era or themes or things like that that will be tested on. So for example, there's going to be romantic poets who use neoclassical themes, like Keats, for example. And so he'll be somebody that you'll put down for neoclassical themes in one of your bingo squares. This will be a way that you can help study. This will be something that you could use on the test. It's kind of like a quick visual guide, so something that can work pretty well. You'll also turn these in. They're worth 5 points each. We're going to have discussion boards each week. This is going to be something that helps you engage a little bit deeper with the texts. This is something where you can talk to people in kind of a low stakes way because this is going to be graded for completion. You're going to get 1 point for submitting your original post and then half a point for responding to someone else's. So hopefully that will inspire some great discussion about some of the literature we'll read this semester. We're going to have a creative response essay. And basically what we're going to do for this is we're going to take one of the texts that you read. You're going to take one of the texts that you read that you want to respond to. And then you're going to do a creative response where you are either writing from the perspective of someone else in that text, like a character in the poem or story. You're going to tell it from their perspective, or you can take that same story and adapt it to contemporary times. I would also be interested in any other kind of ideas you have, like if, for example, you wanted to adapt it to a movie or another medium. I think that could be really cool, like a comic or something. And then you're also going to write a brief introduction or afterward talking about why you made the choices that you did in creating the creative text. Okay. One of the things that has been so painful this semester has been trying to decide which texts I'm going to include on the survey. And what I've basically been steered to kind of keep in mind is that there are going to be certain texts that you're expected to know. And this is just covering such a huge time period. We can't include everything. But the thing to know is that there are a lot of authors that we're going to skip over that are important and influential. And so I want to make sure that you have a chance to choose one. And what you'll do is you'll choose one and you'll do a presentation on them that you can share with a class. This could be in the form of slides. You can make a video if you want. You don't have to do that. But this is just one more way that we can share other authors with each other and make sure that we get as comprehensive a survey as possible. We are going to have 2 exams. One of them is going to be a midterm, one's going to be a final. Both of these exams, the goal is going to be to help you get some practice talking about literature, reflecting on the readings that we've done this semester and what are some of the major overarching themes and tropes and things like that. And so it'll be good practice. They're not worth like a ton of points, but we're going to have different types of questions on here that will hopefully give you practice for also future exams that you'll be taking. For example, comprehensive exams that you have to take if you want to get your master's or your PhD in English, or capstones if you want to do like an essay. So this will be some good practice for sure. And just like another note, for your exams, they're open book. You can use study guides that we're actually going to create for the purpose of using them on exams. And you're also going to have an extended deadline. So you'll have several days to complete the exam instead of like, for example, an hour or something. Oops. Oops, okay. Make sure that you're turning in your discussion boards each week because I'm going to be using those for attendance. And so if I notice you're not turning in your discussion boards, you're going to get an email from me that's like, hey, you still planning to take this class? I do have to drop students who don't attend. And so just make sure that if you are planning to keep attending the class, that you respond to emails and that you're submitting your work each week. If you ever notice that there's content missing from our website, from our Canvas site, please just let me know as soon as possible so that I can fix it. Sometimes Canvas can be kind of tricky, making sure things are published and available for students to see. So if you're noticing anything is missing, please just let me know as soon as you can, or if you're having problems submitting something. Um, we do have an extension policy in the class, and so we have the presentation and the essay. With both of those, you could ask for an extension if you need a little bit more time to finish them, or if, for example, you know you're going to have an exam on that same day that the papers due. You could have up to a week to submit the paper. You just have to ask before the due date, and there's no consequence or limit to that. So if you want to get an extension on both, that's fine. Please let me know if there's anything I could do to make the class more accessible. This could include things like making sure text is bigger, making sure PDFs you know, they're in the accessible formats. If there's any kinds of issues like that with videos or anything that I'm including in class, please let me know. I want to make sure everything is easy to read and access. If you don't have a laptop, South Mountain loans laptops to students. I think most of my students actually do get laptops from South Mountain and seem to be having good experience with that. So I would say reach out to them as soon as you can. I think having a laptop is going to be key to succeeding in the online class. And I don't know if they still have them, but they used to have hotspots, which is like portable Wi-Fi that can also be great for succeeding in an online class. There's a link here to find more information. And there's also information in the slideshow for snacks and groceries and other basic needs. If at any point you're having trouble with basic needs, you know, please let me know so that we can address due dates, and so that I can point you to any resources that could be helpful. Last slide. We're here. Um, this is our official policy on disability resources and Title IX. And so if you want to click on this link, you can find the official policy on that. If you're worried about, you know, what the readings are going to be or kind of want to get a better sense of what's coming up this semester, you can also look at the course schedule at the bottom of our full written syllabus, and you can see the readings here and just a little bit of a preview for what's coming. I'm really looking forward to this semester, so I'll be posting soon. Keep an eye out. All right, see you soon.